Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Happy Easter. I'm posting this on Easter, mainly because I hadn't already posted it and now it's Easter. So I'm starting with a coffee made in my Easter mug. I thrifted a while ago. So I'm starting with a couple Amazon packages because a lot of non-related Easter things in here, but although this is very exciting, I found some oat bran. So I'm very excited about that. I made bran muffins recently for the first time and they were so good. They're like one of my favorite muffins, but the only bran that my store had was wheat bran. So I thought maybe there might be a gluten-free option. So I was very excited about that. I still haven't used it though to make any more bran muffins. And then I got a bunch of these treats. It's like a liquid treat in a tube that I give to Marley. I'm sure you've probably seen me give them to her at night. She's a gluten-free cat, so I have to get them from Amazon, but she really seems to like this brand a lot. And then I think I just had a couple of makeup items. I did not realize that this was a waterproof eyeliner, so I regretted that decision because it's just so hard to get off. I do love this brand, though, Wet n Wild. It's really inexpensive, but it's cruelty-free, and not everything, but a lot of their things are vegan. So anyway, and then I also got this, which is okay. The tip is like very, very fine, so I feel like it works fairly well at filling in your eyebrows. CoverGirl has come out in the last like couple of years with like a vegan line, so I've been using it, and it's so weird because back in the 90s when I was a teenager I used to use CoverGirl makeup, but like I hadn't used it since then, so it's very, very nostalgic to be using it. But then I also got this tinted lip balm, which I actually really, really love. I had bought it in another color from my drugstore recently and I liked it, so I got another one. But this is the most exciting part. I love my Mrs. Meyer's kind of scented, seasonally scented, I guess. So I had never tried this scent before, but I had heard that it was really good. They don't sell this. I think they might just sell the lemon scent in my grocery store. So I usually have to get it from Amazon, and you get two, like the quantity is always two, but I was fairly confident I was going to like it, so I tried it right away, and it smells so good. It might be one of my favorites, although it would be hard to top the peppermint at Christmas time. And then I had another package which arrived separately. I'm not sure if it was the same day or the next day, but this is actually Easter related. I'm obsessed with this. It's these little vintage inspired like wooden cutouts that you just put into a stand. So it's really great for storage because they just all lay flat. But I especially love the two little bunnies, and I think it's a little chick. It looks like he's wearing a flower for like a hat or an umbrella. It's so cute. Anyway, for all three of these, they came in a set together. I think it was like $10 on Amazon, which I thought was really great. And I did buy some new things, so I'll show those to you. I did get this little silicone mold from my dollar store because I wanted to make some like mini, last year I made like Cadbury cream eggs, and but they were in a bigger mold. So, and then I also found these flocked bunnies, which I just felt like could fit with my vintage kind of aesthetic that I'm trying to attain. I really liked the color of them, so I saw them and I thought I think these would be worth it, so I got that. Then I got this dish, which I show later some of the pieces I already own that are vintage. I felt like this kind of fit with them a little, and it was pretty inexpensive, so I thought that would be great. I really never see vintage Easter things. I mean, I guess I have a few things, but I almost never see anything. So I'm kind of just trying to find some like vintage inspired type things. And then here's a better look at the little wooden cutouts. It's like a really thin wood, almost like maybe chipboard, I think it might be called. I think some people use that kind of thing in like crafting. It's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, I think they're really cute and super inexpensive, but it definitely, especially the little bunnies with the egg, so cute, very vintage. And then I also thrifted this tree. I show it later when I get it out, but I've had these little wooden Easter ornaments for a really long time, and I've been looking for a tree to put them on. So I saw this tree for $5 in the Salvation Army, and I thought, well, I didn't really like the glittery eggs and things that were on it, but I thought maybe I would try putting the wooden ornaments on that and seeing. And then while I was there, I also saw this very cute little Easter train. I tried to get it out one-handed, but it wasn't working. So it's 3 pieces and each piece lights up. This is giving me 90s vibes, but I thought it was really cute. It was only $10. So I thought I thought it would be a thing that I regretted not buying. So I ended up getting it, and I did set it up, and I do think it's really cute. So John brought the Easter bin up from our storage unit, but he actually brought 2 bins. He said this other bin I think has Easter stuff in it too. So first thing I noticed was this little bunny hop, I think it's 45 record. I decided I was going to try to show you as I was taking it out, but I decided that was probably a bad idea because there's so much wrapping in there. So I ended up just pulling everything out of the bin and putting it on the table. I think I did something very similar last year. I can't remember fully, but I know I have a lot of new people since last year, so I just figured I would do it again, just give you kind of a brief overview of what I have here, and then I'm just going to show you like where I ended up putting everything and how I set it up. These little vintage fold out things are some of my favorites. These bunnies are not vintage, but I've had them for a long time. They were actually just sold at my dollar store. I think that they might still sell them, I'm not sure. But a couple I thrifted as well, I think. I meant to go look and see if they had any different ones. These little flocked bunnies are vintage as well, I think, and I've had those for a while. So I guess I've found some vintage things, but it's just very slim. So I thought the other flocked bunnies would kind of go with it. This little vintage blow mold is one of my favorite things I've found. It was really inexpensive too. This little ceramic bunny with this pipe. I love that so much. So yeah, I guess I found some vintage things, but I don't know. The things that I want to find, it seems like, are never going to happen, but that's okay. I don't actually do that much for Easter. I don't know. I like a little festiveness. This little bunnies from Avon. This is another one of my favorite things, but yeah, I do kind of have a lot of newer things as well, like this little, I guess it'd be a candy dish. I've had that for a few years, but I like it. Had these little salt and pepper shakers. These were new as well, little bunnies holding some flowers. This little napkin holder. And then I had these little decorative plates. I think I've had them for a few years, but they just came from Walmart. They're pretty inexpensive. If you were here last year, you remember I used to have a platter that matched, but I broke it. I'm still sad about that. It was like an egg-shaped platter. I just have these little carrot towels that I hang on my stove, and these little kind of, it's like a floral thing, but it's Easter eggs on it. I think I've had those for a couple of years. I used them last year in these milk glass vases, and I have these vintage picks from like flower bouquets, 3 different Easter ones. I love these so much. These were, I forget where I found them, but they were really inexpensive. And then I have these pastel egg cups, which I also like. I do have some vintage egg cups that I ended up finding as well, but I don't know if I showed them, but I think I showed them when I show where I decorated. I have this bunny that's actually like Ray done, so it has that writing on it, but I just turn it around so you can't see the writing. Although I'm thinking about maybe selling that because I'm not in love with it, and I know a lot of people collect that Ray done stuff, so I might just end up looking it up and seeing how much it sells for. Probably more than I paid for it. So, and then any of my fellow Canadians will recognize the seller's bag. It's actually weird. I don't know if it's like this all across Canada, but in the province that I live in, like plastic bags have been like done away with for quite a few years now. So I'm not used to seeing them, but I still have a bunch usually in my decor that, you know, used to wrap things up in. So it's always weird when I see it, but I think Sellers went out of business like 12 years ago now, although I guess it's back in the Bay stores. But these, I actually don't think that I showed these last year because I think that they were in this bin that John found that I didn't find last year. But it's this vintage tea set. I don't have the teapot, but I bought this I think for $20 at like a flea market type place. But I have the cream and sugar and a bunch of teacups, and it looks kind of like lettuce or cabbage, which I love. I found a bunch of little golden books too that are Easter related. But then I have this tea set. This is not vintage. I've had it for a while, but you can actually kind of see partial sticker there. We used to have a dollar store called A Buck or Two in like the 90s. So I'm guessing maybe it might be from the 90s, but the fact that this probably, well, each piece probably cost $1 or $2, but I've got the cream and sugar and the teapot, which I don't think I had the teapot out. You can just see the top of it, but I will show you in a second the whole set. And I just feel like it matches those pink cups really well. And then I have this salt and pepper shaker set. It's very Eastery themed. Yeah, so I think this is so cute. And the fact that this was it would have only been $2. Now I paid $10 for the whole thing. It was actually, we unboxed it at the thrift store I used to work at. And I was like, I need to have this. So yeah, I just think it goes really well together, and it's hard to believe that teapot would have only been $2. And then I have these vintage Holt Howard plates. Also, these are from the 60s, and I got both of them for $3, which that would never happen now. I feel like they'd be $20 or $25, but they didn't have them, but they come with these tomato kind of bowls / cups, so you could have like a soup and sandwich thing going on, or maybe like I guess you could drink coffee from them. I've been meaning to like go on eBay and try to find the tomato cups to go with it, but I just felt like that was a whole vibe there with because it looks like cabbage. I have like Holt Howard made a bunch of stuff like that, and I just love it so much. And so here are the wooden ornaments that I was talking about. I did end up putting them on the tree. I didn't end up filming it, but I didn't end up liking it, so I think I'm just going to donate it. I just couldn't find a place where I liked it. So now for my whole setup, I didn't actually spend a lot of time on this. Easter was really early this year, and I just wanted to like do it quickly and not spend too much time thinking about it. So just in the entryway here, I just put up a few things. My entryway I feel like it's in need of a makeover. I don't know. I never am like 100% happy with it. So I might do that at some point. On the bar, I just put this little bunny with his pipe. We call him the Dapper Bunny. I was thinking sometimes they would have the year kind of etched into the bottom, but so I don't know when he's from. Also, I found this candle. I love these candles. I have so many candles like this, but I think they were really popular in the 70s, maybe even into the 80s, but kind of like painted decorative candles. I mean, I guess you technically could burn them, but I would never burn it. And then I just, on top of the record stand, I just put that little bunny. He doesn't have any candy in him though. I just kind of set him there. I actually do really love that piece. And then I put the blow mold over here on this end table. The top of the TV is my favorite part because I feel like I just look at that part, like look at it the most when I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. I did a really similar setup last year as well, but added some of the new pieces that I got. So like I explained before, I just put those little, I keep wanting to call them flowers, but it's eggs, into these milk glass vases that I have. I have like a bunch of them. So I just put those in, and then I put the picks in as well. I don't know, I kind of like it. Add some like very festive spring color. And I added the flocked bunnies that I bought and the like wooden cutouts as well, which I love. Then we've got the little honeycomb fold outs, which I love. And then my bunnies, this one I didn't do it yet, but I broke his ear off accidentally, but I'm just gonna glue it back on. I keep like some super glue specifically for repairing things. So, but I love the little chicks where it's a honeycomb on the bottom and the top. I don't know, I just think it's very festive in spring. I'm so excited for spring. It's been getting a little bit warmer here, so I know that we're very close to being able to just open up the windows, so that's great. And then I have this shelf that I didn't have last year, so I did do a little decorating on here. I have this vintage egg box. It's from like a chocolate company. I think I'll show you the side of it there. I think it's from Montreal. And I've had that for a really long time. So I put that there, and I put the little bunny hop record on top. I'm doing that to hide the thermostat. It's this, I say this every time, but it's the dumbest place to put a thermostat in the middle of the wall. Like, why? I've never lived anywhere before where the thermostat has been in such a weird place. So it's kind of hard. You can't put like a picture on the wall or anything. So then I just put some more of the little flocked bunnies up here in the bigger one, and then the other little wooden cutout there. And I'm kind of liking it. Usually I agonize over where to put things, but I was like, I'm just gonna do this and just be satisfied with it. Easter's not that long, so I love decorating this little table because I can see it from the hallway when I look in. Last year I had a tiered tray, but I ended up selling the tiered tray because I don't know, I wanted a tiered tray for a long time to decorate, and then once I got it, I was like, I'm kind of over it. So I had that bowl, inside this little table used to be a stereo. I just keep extra decor in there, so I had that blue bowl in there. And I want to get a runner for this because it's not in the greatest of shape on the top. It's really old, but it was only, I think, $5. So anyway, I just like when I can look in and see it decorated. These are the placemats we use all the time on the table. I love them. I just put the plates on here. I think it would look better with a charger, but I didn't. To be fair, I didn't actually really go looking for them. I just thought if I stumbled across them, I would get them. But I think having like a pastel charger would look really cute. I just put the napkins, the salt and pepper, and then I put the sugar and creamer from the one set over here, because over on my china cabinet I put the other ones. So up top here I just put the train that lights up. Unfortunately the bulb burned out in the first piece, and they did have an extra bulb with the train, but it was only like a few more days. I was like, I'm just gonna leave it and I'll change it out when I take it down. I have these are the egg cups I was referencing at the beginning of the video. I have 4 of them, so I just stuck them in here and there. And then I have these cutouts. These were from Hallmark in the 80s. They remind me of like what would be in your classroom in elementary school. So I don't know if that's what they were marketed for, but I love these so much. I had laminated them a few years ago just to protect them. So I just stuck these with a little bit of tape onto the front of the cabinet. In years past I've put them like in the kitchen, but my kitchen is like very 70s now, and I painted the cupboards like avocado green, so I felt like it wouldn't really vibe in there. But then down here I just put the tea set. I don't know, This is the thing I spent the most time with. I was changing it around a bunch of times. I just ended up leaving it like this and just being happy with it. Easter, I only did this like maybe 2 weeks ago. So anyway, that was my Easter decor I thought you might like to see. And I wanted to show you the new pieces that I found, specifically those little wooden cutouts. I think they're so amazing. I just wanted to wish everyone a happy Easter, and if you're watching this after Easter, hopefully you had a nice Easter. And I did vlog a little over Easter weekend, so I'll probably post that soon. I think I have another vlog before that to edit and post. So in any case, I will see you again soon. I'm going to try to get my videos edited that I have filmed already and uploaded, and I will see you again soon. Bye.